What's up, guys? My name is Hayam Mashelian, and today we're at the local gym, and we're going to be doing a full body workout, and we're starting off with barbell incline bench press, and today we're warming up with 115 for like 5 reps, which is pretty cool. Then it's starting to take warm-ups a bit more seriously rather than jumping in. So now we're on 135. We're looking to get around 8 to 12 reps. I did 135 for first set, 10 reps. This is a voiceover. The majority of the videos will be probably voiceovers rather than me talking in the video. First set I was struggling to get to 10. So now we're going to take a couple of minute break before we move on to our next set. And now we're on set 2. Setting down the camera. And now we're going to be lifting 135 again for 9 reps. Now I do go 10, 9, 8, 7. I do count the odd numbers, so like I'll stop at 7, I'll stop at 9 if I need to. I just find it's more fun that way, keeping the odd numbers in. And yeah, so we just finished our set 2. Gonna take a couple minute break. I usually don't like being too long in the bench press because other people probably want to use it, and there's only like 1 bench press for incline and 1 flat. So this is our set 3, taking a sip of coffee. I believe that's coffee. It's either coffee or orange juice, one of the two, instant orange juice. Now we're doing our set 3, we're going for 8 reps. And I just find when I go for like 8, 7, that's when I know I'm getting close to being almost done. So I usually stop at this, like, issuing close to failure. I don't like doing too many sets and reps. So I find just doing 3 or 4 sets, 10 to 7 is pretty good rep scheme for me. And so now we're on our 4th set, and now we're doing 7 reps. And the only reason why I decided to do 4th set is because I felt like I had energy to do 1 extra set. Normally I do 3 sets, but today I felt like doing 4 sets. And this is a different angle, so you get to see me benching in a different point of view, which is quite nice. As you guys can see, kind of struggling at the very last reps, and we managed to pull it off, which is very impressive indeed. Now we're moving on to our next exercise. They added 1 new piece of equipment to the gym, which is the Techno cable machine. It's very gimmicky. I find it's not the greatest, but it has the best angle that I can get. And the other cable machine I can't really film because due to bad angles. So this one actually works pretty well. And I'm trying to mimic a cable chest fly rather than a pec fly because I can do technically both on this. And we're doing 3 sets of 15 reps for 50 pounds. This is set to numbers like 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. Or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. So I assume that's weights. So like that's 100 pounds, 50 pounds is 5, and so on. So yeah. Now we're on our set 2. Now, this machine does feel quite light, but at the same time really good for hypertrophy training, so you can lift a bit more than the other cable machine. The other cable machine you lift a bit lighter weights because it's a bit heavier on the resistance. This one's a bit lighter on the resistance, so I can lift a bit more heavy. I find, yeah, I find personally I like my cable machine a bit more, just to where the resistance is plate loaded, reloaded, so the resistance can change between plates, which is pretty cool, I find. Now we're on our set 3. I'm just trying to set up the camera. So we're doing our set 3. Now this is a great after finisher for like doing some bench pressing. So if you want to do like hypertrophy training, 50 pounds, perfect. And it didn't feel like it was 50 pounds. It didn't feel like it was light. And yeah, I'm just trying to stay focused while doing it. You can kind of see struggling a tiny bit when I'm at the very end of the rep. But the stretch is actually pretty good. And so yeah, we're about to do a third set for 15 reps. And that's all for cable chest flies. So now we're moving on to some machine back-seated cable row. We're doing 130 pounds for 10 reps on our first set. And this is the only camera angle I can get because I don't have a tripod to film. And the space isn't quite big, so I can't really place the camera around a lot. So this is kind of the angle you guys are getting. And that's alright. It's not the greatest angle, but it's not the worst angle. At least it's still seeing me doing the movement, which is nice. Okay, so now I'm setting up the camera again. We're going to be doing our third set. And I started taking creatine at the beginning of June, so June 1st, 2025. I've kind of already started to notice some increasements. I just haven't said it in the recent videos because I just didn't know if it was working or not. And yeah, second set we're doing 9 reps. And before I was doing like 100 pounds, 120 without creatine. Before that, years ago, I was doing 140. So I'm getting close to where I was years ago before I left the local gym a long time ago. I was doing like 140 for 3 times 50 without creatine. I know I can get there again, but it's going to take me some time. Muscle memory will kick in. But yeah, now we're on set 3 for 8 reps. Now is where I'm starting to feel the fatigue a bit on the third set. So we stopped at 8 reps, and this is where I don't know if I'm going to be doing another set. We ended up doing another set of the back seated cable rows, and I just feel like I have more energy when I'm on creatine to where I can reduce my time rest. So like instead of 4 minutes or 3 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on the exercises. Some exercises 3 minutes if I want to max out my reps for the weights that I'm lifting. And yeah, we just did our 4th set of 7 reps. So now we're moving on to the machine tech fly. I like rotating between machines. So like I'll do 1 chest, 1 back, 1 chest, 1 back. And when it comes to the local gym, I usually do 1 back exercise and 3 chest exercises. But at home I usually do 2 back exercises, 2 chest exercises. And we're doing 100 pounds for 15 reps, our first set. Now, I really find I like the squeeze, especially on the inner chest, because like that's where I'm lacking the most at the moment. It's my inner chest, which I'm working towards, and a bit of the outer chest as well. But you can definitely tell I'm pushing my limits, and we just completed 50 reps. Now we're going to be doing set 2, a quick 2-minute break. I usually do 2 to 3 minute breaks on my exercises depending on how I'm feeling. And we're doing set 2 for 12 reps. And yeah, I usually do like 3 sets. For the rest of the exercises, I usually do two exercises with 3 to 4 sets, and the rest are like 3 sets each. So yeah, we're doing 12 reps. Set 2 done. Okay, so now we're going to be doing our 3rd set of 100 pounds. And we're going to be doing 10 reps. I'm already starting to feel it with the chest due to the incline bench pressing. I usually find incline bench pressing to be harder than flat. Personally, for me, I find the activation is far greater. And yeah, usually when I'm counting out loud is because I'm really struggling on the last couple reps, trying to get to 10. Okay, so now we're moving on to the machine seated tricep exercise. And we're doing 150 for 12 reps. Now, I find this machine to be a bit easy. I don't know why, it just is. I also find it works a tiny bit of the inner chest, not just the triceps, even though it is a tricep machine, which is pretty cool. And yeah, 12 reps. I usually do either biceps or triceps last, and since I own the machines, I would probably do them at home most likely. Or like tricep one I'll do at the gym, bicep one I do at home. I can't really film certain equipments at the gym, beside a tripod at least. So this is the best that you guys can get. And we just did 10 reps. Now we're about to do our finisher 3rd set of our final exercise. And we're doing again for another set of 10 reps. 3rd set. And yeah, so my strength has been improving and getting stronger, both strength and endurance wise, and hypertrophy and everything and all that, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now we're in the home gym and we're about to do some pull-ups, and as you can see, my back is pretty shredded and pumped. And yeah, so I decided to do pull-ups at home, and we're doing 7 reps. I decided to do them last on the exercise list because I just felt like it. Normally I would do them first, but I did them last. 7 reps. Set 2. 6 reps. Biceps are pretty pumped. Chest is pumped from earlier. Triceps and shoulders are all pumped. Back is pumped. Set 3. Just 5 reps. Back is feeling pretty big. Biceps are feeling pretty pumped. Chest is pretty pumped. And this is the end today's upper body May 4th, not May 4th, June 4th, 2025. Peace out.